Okay, guys, hold on for a minute. This seems to be a issue from my side. Let me get it quickly resolved. Okay, now. By the way, am I audible to everyone in the class? Please confirm that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. How you
Yes,
guys are
sir.
doing? Assalamu alaikum
Good.
to everyone. How you guys
Walaikum.
are doing?
Good,
Excuse
sir.
me, sir.
Salam.
Yes, Aman. Walaikum salam.
Sir, sir, did you check our assignments that we submitted?
Your assignments. You guys sent it yesterday. Okay, okay. I will be checking it after the class. Just give me 1 minute, okay, now? Let me make a call to the team. Please make me co-host of the meeting. All right. I believe it is now visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone is here. Suleiman, Aman,
Good evening, sir.
Fatima. Yeah, good evening. Okay, so in the chapter Nutrition in Plants, we did talk about photosynthesis. Right now, in the previous class, we discussed about this process. How does it happen? Right now, what are the raw ingredients required for the process of photosynthesis? Right now, where does it take place? So we have discussed different things in the previous class. Like we discussed that the process of photosynthesis is happening inside the leaves. Where exactly inside the leaves? So inside the leaves, we have called guard cells. So guard cells are openings. They are small openings. There are small openings in the leaves which are covered by guard cells. Right now. Then we study that within the guard cells, we have got a cell organelle. We have a component called as chloroplast. And inside the chloroplast, you have the green pigment called as chlorophyll. So that is the site of photosynthesis. This is where the process of photosynthesis takes place. Okay, now I hope everyone is getting it. Now you guys tell me, photosynthesis will happen wherever this chlorophyll pigment will be found. You will find that some of the plants have green stems, isn't it? Some of the plants have green stems. So even in the green stems of the plants, photosynthesis will take place. Right now.
Yes.
So that is the thing. So we have discussed the process of photosynthesis. Before we move further, you guys tell me this question. What are the raw ingredients that are required for the process of photosynthesis to take place? Do tell me. What do you need for photosynthesis to happen? Yeah, Hassan, Suleiman, Fatima, and Aman. What are the raw ingredients required for photosynthesis? Quickly, it's a simple question. Answer this, then we will continue further. Hello. Hope you guys are getting the question. See.
Sir, water, light,
Sunlight.
sunlight, ca
Carbon dioxide.
carbon dioxide.
Right now, these are the two main things that you require for photosynthesis to take place. I am talking about an ingredient. So sunlight will not be counted in it. Try to understand this thing. Anything that is in the for example, when you look at the process of photosynthesis, we discuss in this that the raw ingredients that are required is carbon dioxide and water. And this process, in order for this process to take place, the energy is supplied by the sunlight. So a reaction takes place between carbon dioxide and water right now in the presence of sunlight to form the products carbohydrate and oxygen. So that is the thing. The energy produced in the process of photosynthesis is stored in the form of a chemical compound called as glucose. Someone's mic is on and there's some background sound coming. Please turn it off. Yeah, thank you. So glucose and oxygen are the products formed in the process of photosynthesis. So whenever I will ask you what are the ingredients required for photosynthesis to take place, so the answer is you have carbon dioxide and water. So for photosynthesis to take place, you require carbon dioxide and water. And it will only happen during the daytime because of availability of sunlight in the day hours only. So you have got CO2, you have H2O in the in the availability of sunlight. Where exactly this process is happening? Yes. It is happening inside the leaves.
Inside the leaves.
Inside the leaves, where exactly? Inside the leaves, you have got
Guard
guard
cells.
cells. And inside the guard cells, you have chloroplast,
Chloroplast.
right now. And inside the chloroplast, you have got chlorophyll. So normally, wherever you will study, chlorophyll will be written like this. But now we know where exactly chlorophyll is found. Hmm? Any one of you who is not getting this sequence, then let quickly understand this one thing again. If you were to look at a plant cell now, you look at a plant cell, you will be having a nucleus and different things inside the plant cell be found. Apart from that, there would be some green structures found inside the plant cell. Those green structures are what? Those are called as chloroplast. These are called as chloroplast. And inside the chloroplast, inside this you have chlorophyll. Inside this we have chlorophyll. So hope you guys are able to grasp this concept. Now the carbohydrate that is prepared in the process of photosynthesis, it is immediately stored in the form of starch right now. So now we are going to do an activity, and we are going to check for the presence of starch in a leaf or not. See, for example, if a leaf has done photosynthesis, so there must be some starch in it. There will be some starch in it. So you will be able to check the presence of starch in a leaf with an activity. Let's understand how. So in order to check for the presence of starch in a leaves, first of all, you will be dipping the leaf in boiling water for a few minutes. Okay. So in a boiling water, dip it, and after this, immerse it in a beaker that is containing alcohol. Okay. Now, first of all, what you will be doing, you will be boiling the water, you will be dipping the leaf in a boiling water for a few minutes. Let's say for 4 to 5 minutes, you have dipped it. After then, you will be immersing it in a beaker containing alcohol. Okay, is that clear? Now carefully place the beaker in a water bath. See what you have done here. First of all, this leaf steps are as follows. See, first what you have done, you have taken a beaker like this, and in this beaker you have taken boiling water, and in this you have dipped a leaf. Wherever you guys won't be getting it, then do let me know that, sir, I'm not getting the concept. Please repeat. So no need to hesitate there. Okay. So you have dipped the leaf. You have dipped the leaf in the boiling water. Next, you will take out this leaf, and now you will be putting it in a test tube in which you have put alcohol. You can look at this setup. This is step number 1. This is your step number 2. So far, is it clear to everyone? What
Yes,
is
sir.
happening in step number 2? You have immersed the leaf in a test tube that is containing alcohol. Okay. Don't read this. Just listen to what I am saying. Okay. And now you have placed it carefully in another beaker in which water is filled. And this water is also being boiled. Right now? Okay, now. And now you will be boiling it till alcohol starts to boil. So what will this do? This will decolorize the leaf. The chlorophyll start to come out of the leaf. Chlorophyll start to come out of leaf. Getting it or not? Let me
Yes,
repeat
sir.
what we have done so far. You simply took some boiling water, you dipped a leaf in it. You took out this leaf and you put it in a test tube that is containing alcohol, right? And here, this test tube has been put in a beaker of water and the water is boiling. And you will keep on boiling this water until the alcohol also starts to boil. Why we are doing this? Because doing so will decolorize the leaf. Basically, chlorophyll that is found in the leaf will start to dissolve in the alcohol. In this step, what is happening? Here, leaf decolorizes.
So, sir, what color will the leaf be?
Leaf will become pale in color, pale, pale in color. It will be losing its green color. Okay, now here leaf decolorizes because why it is decolorizing? Huh? See, while you were boiling the leaf in water, at that time leaf was not losing its color. But once you boil it in the alcohol, now then it started to lose its color. The reason behind this is that leaf chlorophyll is soluble in alcohol. You guys getting my point? So here leaf decolorizes because chlorophyll is soluble in alcohol. It is soluble in alcohol. Okay, now. Now you have taken out this leaf. This leaf that was dipped into it. Now in the third step, you have taken this out of from the alcohol solution. So far, is it clear to everyone or not? If there's even slightest doubt in this, please do let me know. Otherwise, you won't understand the whole process.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, this experiment we have done in my school, so sir, I do not have doubts regarding it.
Very good. Very good. Okay, now very good. Okay. Now see, you have taken a starch. This leaf that you have taken over here, this is starch free. Why it is starch free? Because chlorophyll is not dissolved into water. All the chlorophyll and starch is lost. So there is no starch in it. Then you have taken one more leaf. This leaf hasn't went through all this process. This is a fresh leaf which hasn't went through all this process. Getting it, guys? What I'm trying to say. There are two different leaves over here. These two leaves are not same. These two leaves are different. This is the leaf that went through this process of boiling and boiling in alcohol. Now you will put a black paper or dark black sellotape. You will be covering this much part of this leaf, let's say. Right now, say that you have got a solution called as iodine, and the property of the iodine is that whenever iodine comes in contact with starch, it turns blue black in color. Whenever iodine comes in contact with starch, it turns into blue black, meaning that iodine plus starch, that will give you a blue black color. Getting it, guys? What I'm trying to say. So what will happen when I put some drops of iodine on this leaf? I observed no change in the color of iodine. I observed that there was no change in the color of iodine. Iodine retained its color. Getting it or not? Okay, now.
Yes.
While when I have taken another leaf, huh, in this what happened? Say that this leaf was still attached to the plant. This leaf over here, 1 minute. Hmm. This leaf was still attached to the plant, and while it was still attached to the plant, at that time I put a black sellotape or black paper on this much part of the leaf. I covered this much part of the leaf using this black paper. So this much part of the leaf, in this part of the leaf, photosynthesis would not have happened. Photosynthesis did not occur in this part of the leaf. So there was no preparation of starch in this. Try to understand what I'm trying to say. When I covered this much part of the leaf, will there be any photosynthesis happening in this?
No, sir. Sir,
Both
because
the
sir, the chlorophyll will be blocked and it won't sir absorb any sunlight, which is necessary
Exactly.
to perform photosynthesis.
Very good, Aman. That's the main point here. So now when you will be putting drops of iodine on this leaf, now what you will observe that here there will be no change in color, while this part and this part, their color will be changing to blue black,
Excuse me, sir.
because here photosynthesis, yes, 1 minute, photosynthesis happened in this part and starch was prepared. Yes, Aman.
Sir, can I explain why the leaf got the blue-black color?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, so in the sixth NCRT science book, there is an
Mhm.
experiment for to test the presence of starch in potato, sir. If you remember.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sir, they take a slice of potato and put
Mhm.
iodine solution on it. So sir,
Mhm.
it turns to blue black color, indicating it has starch in it. So sir, when we put iodine on the leaf, it changes its color to blue black to show that it contains starch. And and sir, the part which remains green did not perform photosynthesis, hence it doesn't contain starch.
Exactly, exactly. Right now. So in that activity, you'd have observed that that part of the, if you were to see the potato slice, that would have turned to blue black on addition of iodine solution. That proves that starch was present in it. Starch is present in it right now. So you all would have done that activity or studied about that. Correct. So same thing is happening here as well. Getting enough. Who didn't understood this? Please do let me know. Aman, is it clear to you? Rida,
yes,
sorry, Fatima, is it clear? Hassan,
yes,
Yes, sir, it's
Suleiman?
clear.
yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good to know. Another topic about the plant is that, plants, apart from requiring different type of ingredients to carry out the process of photosynthesis, it is a need of different type of nutrients also. Right now, just like our one of your mic is on, please turn it off. Yeah. See, just like our body requires different type of nutrients to carry out different functions, huh? In the same manner, plant also requires different type of nutrients. Some of the nutrients are required in major quantity, some of them are required in a smaller quantity. So the one that are required in major quantity, they are referred to as macronutrients. Need them in a good amount, major quantity, and smaller quantity. So
Sir,
they will be called as micronutrients. Yes,
sir, macro means in a larger quantity and micro means in a smaller quantity.
exactly. So you have different type of nutrients. For example, you have nitrogen, you have phosphorus, you have potassium, sulfur, magnesium, calcium. These are the major nutrients that are required by the plants. Then there are some nutrients that are required in few amounts, but they are also essential, right? But without the major nutrients, the plant's growth will be inhibited. The plants will not grow properly, so they are required. For example, if I were to talk about magnesium I have told in the earlier classes also, like it is required by the plants in the process of photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis, it is required by the plants. Getting it, guys? So plant is in need of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and in order to carry out any activity, not only photosynthesis, but whether it be taking up water and minerals and salts from the soil, or carrying out the process of respiration or transpiration. So for everything, it requires the nutrients, because if it is not getting energy to carry, not getting energy, then how will it be able to perform different functions? So hope you guys have got my point. So normally there are in total 17 essential plant nutrients. Some of the nutrients are taken from the air. For example, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, or oxygen. It can be taken from air, while it can be taken from the water also. Getting my point now, guys? Like carbon is required, so it is taken by the plants in the form of carbon dioxide. From where it will be taking the carbon dioxide? From the stomatal pore, no? See over here. The pores found in the leaves, what is their function? These pores that you see inside the leaves, what is their function? Their main function is main function is exchange of gases and exchange of gases. Like what are the gases required by the plants? Carbon dioxide is required now. Carbon dioxide, the formula of carbon
Sir,
dioxide is
nitrogen.
CO2. Nitrogen is also required, but it is taken up by the roots of plants, not through the
Oh,
leaves.
sir, in
Okay,
the
no?
form of rhizobium.
Not in the form of rhizobium, it is taken in the form of nitrates and nitrites. Okay,
Sir, but we
rhizobium
only
helps
studied
in
about
fixing.
rhizobium.
Rhizobium helps in fixing. Rhizobium helps in converting atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites.
Oh, okay, sir. And
Okay,
sir,
no?
stomata also helps in the process of transpiration.
Exactly. So carbon dioxide gas is taken in, while through the same pore, oxygen gas is given out in the process of photosynthesis. Then, as you say, Taman, very good. Like water vapor, water in the form of vapor is released from from the same stomatal pore. So that is the function of this. Now it is not like it will remain open it will remain open every time. Huh? It keeps on opening and closing, and this opening and closing is done by the help of guard cells. So what happens? See, when water fills into the guard cells now, see, this is your guard cell, okay? See, both of them are guard cells. In the first image, water is filled into it. Water is filled. The second image, water is not filled into this. So as water enters into the guard cells now, so it expands, it swells, so thereby pore is open. Pore is open. While when water is not filled into the guard cells, so thereby pore closes. Pore is closed. Is that clear to everyone? How the opening and closing of stomatal pore happens?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Good.
Yes, sir.
So the function of guard cell is to control the opening and closing of the stomatal pore. So we were talking about presence of starch and we were talking about different type of nutrients. So nutrients like carbon will be taken from carbon dioxide, that is from air. Hydrogen, it is being taken up from water now. Like water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon dioxide is made up of carbon and oxygen. Okay, now. And the oxygen that is prepared in the process of photosynthesis, that same oxygen is required by the plants to carry out the process of respiration also. Try to understand this. Just like you and everyone else, every organism, every animals requires oxygen to carry out the process of photosynthesis. Sorry, to carry out the process of respiration. In order to break down the food, oxygen is required now. In the plant body also, to break down the food, oxygen is required. So the oxygen that was prepared in this process of photosynthesis, this will be used up by the plant to carry out respiration. You guys getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
So this oxygen is used by plants in respiration. Again, it's not like all of the oxygen is used. Some of it. Only some of the oxygen is used to carry out the process of respiration, while rest is liberated, while rest is released from the stomatal pores. Then there are some elements which will be taken from soil. So what are some of them? You have got macronutrients and micronutrients as follows. You have six macronutrients and 8 micronutrients. So count of the total number of nutrients we have studied so far. How many of them are there?
Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen.
See, there are 6 macronutrients. There are 8 micronutrients. Now, then there are 3 nutrients taken up from the air and water. So in total, you have 17 essential plant nutrients are there. Getting it now? Out of them, you should remember about nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Okay, na? These are very much important. Even in the macronutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are called as primary nutrients. In short, we call them as NPK. N for nitrogen, P for phosphorus, K for potassium. You might ask, like, why K is referred for potassium? Huh? So because we are taking the Latin name of potassium. In Latin, the name of potassium starts from K. So in short, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is called as NPK. Is that clear to everyone or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's clear. Yes,
Okay.
sir, it's clear.
Good. So what we have learned so far in the class, that photosynthesis will be taking place with the help of sunlight. So it will be happening in the daytime only. Now it is quite logical that stomata should remain open during the day now, because photosynthesis is happening during the day. Also, transpiration is happening during the daytime only. Loss of water vapor does not usually takes place from the leaves during the night, because sunlight is not available at that time. So stomata open will remain open during the day and will be closed at night. Is this second point clear to everyone?
Yes,
Like
sir.
during the daytime, both transpiration and photosynthesis is happening. In transpiration, water vapor comes out through this pore. In the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken in while oxygen is liberated out. In, out. So that's why it will remain open during the night, during the day. We learned that carbon dioxide from air is taken in the green leaves during daytime through this stomata. And we also learned that the first food product of photosynthesis, which is sugar, that is glucose, will be immediately converted into starch. So starch is said to be the first visible stored food in a leaf. And we also know that oxygen is given out in this process. And then we learned that plant would be losing water in the form of water vapor through stomata and the general surface of the plant body through day and night. So apart from the leaves, also from different other parts of the plant, like from the stems, from the flowers, so from other parts also, water will be lost. So usually the rate of loss of water from the plant surfaces is usually high during the daytime, right now. But at the night time, the rate of loss of water vapor is low, right now. So this happens through a process called as transpiration. That is transpiration. Look at this image over here. Here you can see that there are stomatal pores. These are the stomatal pores found in the leaves. The small openings on the outside of leaves, these are the stomata. And through this, what is happening? Water will be lost. How it is happening? See, you know that roots, their function is to absorb water from the soil. So this absorbed water goes towards the leaf, right now. So see, some of the water will be used up by the leaf, while some of the unused water will evaporate from the leaves. Yes, Aman.
Sir, it is written here that transpiration is the process of water movement. But sir, we have learned that transpiration is the process of the excess of water, the loss.
See, transpiration, obviously here in this process, water will be lost. First of all, what is happening now? Water will be moving within the plant now, first of all, plant water will be moving from roots. It will be moving through different other parts, also from stems, from flowers. So from water from all different parts of this plant will be moving towards the leaves. Huh?
Okay, sir.
And then what is happening here? It is also said that Transpiration is a process of water movement through a plant and its evaporation. It's said as evaporation also, no? The term evaporation has also been used here. So due to the presence of sunlight, water will be lost from this in the form of water vapor. Now again, you need to understand this thing also. There's a kind of suction force that is generated inside the plant. That's why water runs in the upward direction. You know that in order to draw water from underground, you install a motor pump, isn't it? You all have a motor pump installed at the home, like it will be basically um, it is drawn in, it is basically installed underground, uh, that pulls the water, just like you have a motor installed in a cooler, in a water cooler. In the same manner, there will be a, in the same manner you can understand that a suction force is generated. Let me write this over here. A suction pull is generated that pulls the water in the upward direction. So let's me tell you what exactly is happening here. See, the availability of water is more in the soil or in the leaves. Answer this to me, guys. Where is water found in more concentration? Is it in the soil or is it in the leaves?
Sir, in the soil.
In
So
the
in the
soil?
yes, sir, in the soil.
Yeah, good. So more concentration of water in soil. Good. While in the leaves, less concentration of water. So there's a difference in concentration. That is the first thing. Second thing is that evaporation, there's a availability of sunlight also. So due to the sunlight, water is continuously evaporating from the leaves, from the stomatal pores. Water is lost. So thereby it will generate an upward pull of water. It generates an upward pull of water. So that also aids in the process of transpiration. You guys getting my point or not? Is my screen is talking?
Sir, could you say that again? I didn't hear you.
I said that you see what will happen due to the difference in concentration of water in the leaves and in the soil, and due to the availability of sunlight, what will happen, the water will be continuously evaporating from the leaves. So this generates an upward pull called a suction pull. So due to the upward pull created due to the sunlight, because of that also water will be moving upwards. Is that thing clear to you or not?
Yes.
Everyone getting it now? Okay, answer these questions in the chat box, everyone. Quickly answer this so that we can move it. Also, not answer to everyone. When you go to this section now, you will have an option, everyone. Go there and select this one. Answer on this one, okay? Let me mark the questions as question number 1 and 2. No need to write the whole option, just write A or B. How many essential nutrients does a plant require? So moments ago we studied about this. Hassan, you getting the things we are discussing in the class now? Suleiman,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
everyone
sir.
is getting it? Good. Yes, Fatima, that is correct. First one is correct. Good. Those who are answering 16, that is incorrect. See, 16 isn't the correct answer, guys. Moments ago, we have discussed this thing, that there are 17 essential plant nutrients. Okay, na? So please correct that. It's not going to be 16.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I was only about to write 7, but accidentally I clicked on 6 because I
Okay, no issues, no issues. Okay, now.
yes, sir,
Second answer
because I
question.
slipped my finger between the 7th and the 6th tab.
Okay, no issues. That happens. That happens.
Sir, is my second answer correct?
Yeah, I'm checking. So Hassan, you have answered 16. That is incorrect. Suleiman, you have answered. Yeah, that is second one is correct. Suleiman, the first one is incorrect. Rectify that. How many essential nutrients are there? There are 17 essential nutrients. Yeah, Aman, second one is correct. Yeah, Fatima, second answer is correct. Yes, Hassan, first one is correct now. Okay, na? So the second one, for this you have autotrophs. Just now we have learned about the plants that they using the raw materials can prepare their own food. Okay, that topic is yet to be over, but they are there's two more thing I need to quickly discuss with you guys. Now you guys tell me the movement of water, minerals, and salts from the soil will always be in the upward direction, isn't it? See,
Yes,
the
sir,
movement
it
of,
is.
isn't it? So movement of water plus
Sir,
minerals,
but logically it should move backwards.
yeah, it should be moving backward, but do tell
Sir,
me,
logically.
yeah, logically, because Earth's gravity will be pulling it, correct? But then you have to look at this thing also. For example, look at this thing also, like the sunlight, due to the heat, water will be evaporating now. A suction pull is generated, so that's why everything is pulled in the upward direction. Huh?
Sir,
Just like you see how if you were to have a glass of water in an open sunlight, so what will be happening, the heat will convert it into vapor. Now water will be converted into vapor, so water is kind of pulled in the upward direction, although not in the liquid form but in the vapor form. Yeah, Aman.
sir, can you please explain how the stem draws the water up?
Yeah, good. See how it basically does now. For example, the root, there are fine root hairs attached to the main roots. So it will be taking up the water by the process of diffusion. And later on, what will happen? The stem will start to absorb the water from it. It will absorb the water from it. Furthermore, just like in your body, you have got different type of veins, like you have arteries, you have veins, in which, like in veins, impure blood flows, in arteries, good blood flows. In the same manner, inside the plant body also, you have different types of pipe-like structures. You can understand it in this manner. There are two main pipe-like structures found inside the plant, particularly in the stems. These are called as xylem and phloem. You guys heard of this before in your class?
No, sir. Sir, but
No.
sir, in my sixth class syllabus, there was a
Mhm.
question why is stem called a two-way traffic?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to discuss that while we were talking before you put this question. See, we'll be discussing that also. But just let me clear this thing out.
Okay,
See,
sir.
xylem is that type of tissue. You can simply understand it like a pipe. It's a pipe, just like you have got water pipe installed at your houses. Huh? In the same manner, try to understand this. So via the xylem, water, mineral, and salt will be moving from the roots towards the upper part of the plant. So water, minerals, and salts goes in the upward direction via
And sir,
which pipe?
sir,
Via
xylem.
xylem. Everyone getting it now?
Yes,
It
sir.
will be moving
Sir,
in unidirection only, in the upward direction only. Yes.
sir, I think so. Sir, I only think that the other pipe would transport the starch from the leaves to the roots.
Not just to the roots, but to every other directions.
Yeah, sir. Sir,
In fact,
does
your
it?
guess is correct. Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay, sir.
Good. So now, guys, you look at like the in the leaves, glucose is prepared. Huh? Glucose is prepared. It is converted into starch. So basically, the food that is prepared in the leaves now. So this food is required in every part of the plant. It is required to the roots also. It is required to the shoot system also. So this food will travel in all the directions. It will be traveling sideways also, it will be traveling in the upward direction and in the downward direction also. So that's why, Aman, as you said, that in stem you will see that water will be moving up, food will be moving upward and downward also. Getting it? Is everyone
Yes, sir.
getting this thing or not? So when we talk about the stem, inside the system you have a tissue called as phloem. So just understand phloem as another pipe in which food will be flowing in upward and downward direction, and it will be flowing, moving in the sideways also. Like you have branches in the sideways of the stem also, no? So root of the plant absorbs the water and minerals of the soils and then transports them to the leaves via the stems, right? And from the leaves, the prepared food will be transported to different parts of the plant via phloem, and it can travel upward, downward, and in sideways also. So hope you guys have understood this. Those of you are having any doubt in, please do ask me, because I might ask questions related to it. There you will be stuck. Is that clear to everyone? Suleiman, Hassan, Fatima, Aman?
Sir, can you explain it again? Because I'm not getting it.
Yes, sir. It's clear better.
Okay. See, just like you have got different pipes installed at your home, so in the same manner, understand that within the plants also you'll be having some pipe like structure. You have xylem that transports only water, minerals, and salts from the roots towards the shoot system, towards the leaves, flowers, etc. Is that thing clear, Fatima?
Yes, sir.
It will be moving only in the upward direction. Okay.
Okay.
While the food that is prepared in the leaves now, so that food will be required everywhere now. Roots also require energy. Even the leaves, even the branches, you have flowers, birds, everything in the plant requires food. So food will be traveling everywhere. It will go in the upward direction in the plant, it will go in the downward direction also, it will go sideways also. So the pipe that transports food, that will be called as phloem. Is that thing clear or not? Hope you guys are getting this. Huh? Fatima, is that
Yes,
clear?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now answer this question in the chat box quickly. Don't take that much time because we have to discuss so many things today. Answer again.
Sir, to you
Answer in the chat
personally.
box. Yeah, to me personally.
Okay.
By the way, which book you guys have been following? Is it NCERT or there are some other books also you guys are following in your schools?
NCRT.
NCERT.
NCRT.
Okay. Suleiman, the answer of first one is correct, but the second one is not correct. See, the second question says, which of the following statement is or are correct? So you guys know.
Sir, done.
Yeah, 1 minute, let me check. So what you have answered, Aman, you have, okay. That is correct, Aman. Very good. Yeah, Suleiman, now
Sir,
it is
are
correct.
both the correct?
Yeah, both of them are correct. Very good.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Fatima, the first one is correct. Hassan, I am waiting for your answer as well. You also give the answer. See, in question answer, na everyone, it is mandatory for everyone to participate. Okay, na? Because this will be shared with your parents as well. So make sure that you participate.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Hassan, that isn't correct. No, no. Okay, let me explain this one. Yeah, Aman.
Sir, I have a doubt that, sir, in the fourth question, first part, all green plants can prepare their own food. I think it's not true.
See, if you were to compare it with all the options now, see,
Sir, for
first of all,
example, fungi.
fungi is not green in color. No, fungi is not
Sir,
green in color.
but our science teacher only taught us this.
No, no, no. Fungi is not green in color. Who told you fungi are green in color? That isn't
Sir,
correct.
my science teacher.
No. Fungi are not green in color.
Sir, fungi is white, right? In color. White in
See,
color.
yeah, see, fungi do not contain chlorophyll. Anything
Sir,
that
sir, sir, sir,
contains,
sir, 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 sir.
yeah,
Sir, alga are of different colors, sir. Do you agree?
yeah, algae can be of different color. Yeah, there are some of
So, sir,
algae are red in color
how can
also.
it say that all green plants can prepare their own food? Sir, even alga of different color can prepare their own food.
See, for example, if you were to look at these colorful leaves, huh, we might say that these leaves are not able to perform photosynthesis.
Hmm.
Looking at the picture, that's what we would say now.
Yes, sir.
First, okay, hold on for a minute. Let me check the answers of others. Then we'll be continuing from this.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Oh, the second one and the first one is correct. What you are answering, Fatima. The fourth one you have answered which option? The second one and the
Sir, I'm telling in the second one, all green plants can prepare their own food is correct.
Hmm.
And then in the second one, it's not correct. And then the third one is also not correct.
Yeah, third one is also not correct. Second one is also not correct. So only option 1 and 4 is the most appropriate in question number 4. See,
Yes, sir.
for question number 3, in the absence of which of the following, plants will not be able to perform photosynthesis. See, so we have learned that photosynthesis, chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis because these green pigment absorbs the sunlight. Getting it, Hassan, you also get this. Chlorophyll is required for the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Then talking about question number 4, let's look at the given options. The first one, all green plants can prepare their own food. This one is true, although there are one or two exceptions which we'll be learning about. Most animals are autotrophs, that is straightforward false because all the animals are heterotrophic in nature. So that is not correct, that is incorrect statement. Carbon dioxide is not required, that is also incorrect. While fourth one, oxygen is liberated, that is correct. Now,
Yes, sir.
once you analyze all the options, the most appropriate ones are 1 and 4 is obviously correct. Now, in this first statement, all green plants can prepare their own food. Now, if you were to look at some of the plants like this cascata, see this cascata that is also called as amar bale or dodder plant. Huh? So this might look a bit like green in color or yellow. Usually it is yellow, but it might look green in color. Or then you can have some other green plants also. Like for example, this epiphyte. Look at this one. Huh? See, the thing is that majority of the green plants that we have on earth, almost all of them are able to carry out photosynthesis because why they have got the green color? Because of the presence of chlorophyll. But later on you will get to learn that some of the green plants, they are able to carry out photosynthesis, but yet they would be depending on others for some nutrition. For example, algae is able to perform photosynthesis. It is a plant, but it is not completely autotrophic in nature. That's why it lives in association with fungi, and that is called as lichens. So this is what I'm talking about. Lichens. Algae is called as a green plant, but it lives together with a fungus to form a lichen. Huh? Because algae is able to perform photosynthesis, but it is not able to absorb the water on its own. So it takes help of fungus, and both of them lives together happily in a symbiotic relation where both of them are benefited. So the crux of the discussion here is that we can say that all the green plants are can prepare their own food, but some of them would be slightly depending on others also, but they will
Sir,
also be able to perform photosynthesis.
sir, so
Yes.
my answers were correct, right?
Yeah, your answers are correct. Those of you who have answered option number A, that is correct. Now look at these colorful leaves over here. What can you say about these colorful leaves once you look at them? You'd obviously say that they might not be able to perform photosynthesis. Hmm. But you need to know that there are different pigments found in the leaves. What we have studied about chlorophyll. Apart from chlorophyll, you have some other pigments also. For example, the yellow leaves. They are yellow because of a pigment found in them called as carotene. Huh? Or for example, you have a red leaves. Fatima, I'm coming to your question. Just let me complete this quickly, okay? Give me 1 minute. While this, you have red leaves. Why is it red in color? Because it has a pigment found in it called as anthocyanins. Anthocyanins. But the thing is now, like in these plants, what is basically happening? Let me show you with the example of this. See. See what is happening? Everyone, hope it is visible to everyone. See,
Yes, sir.
this is a layer of chlorophyll. Okay. This layer of chlorophyll will be shaded by a layer of carotene, or it could be a layer of anthocyanin. So it is present, but it is shaded by another layer of pigment above it. That's why it has got a different color. But the question whether it be able to perform photosynthesis or not, yes, it will be able to perform photosynthesis. That's why the plant will be alive. But the reason why they are colorful, because that layer is covered with another pigment. Is that clear to everyone or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Suleiman, you got it? Fatima,
Yes.
Yes.
everyone? Okay.
Sir, clear.
Yes, anyone has any other questions, please do tell me. This activity basically aims at explaining to you that chlorophyll is present even in the colorful leaves. For example, uh, how would you test for the presence of chlorophyll in a leaf? What you will take, you will simply take a spinach or tulsi. You might have a tulsi at your home, tulsi plant. It has got so many health benefits. Smear these leaves on a dry white sheet of paper, and the smeared leaves will be leaving you green. It will leave a green mark on the paper. That green mark is basically due to the chlorophyll. Now take some green leaves from some soft plants and soak them in ball of water. So keep it soaked in the water for a day. You will remain that water would hardly have acquired the color of leaves. Water remains colorless. The reason is that chlorophyll is not soluble in water. But if you were to do the same thing for the leaf, for the alcohol, now what you will observe that in alcohol, chlorophyll is soluble. Alcohol or spirit, in that chlorophyll is soluble. So we have one more conclusion, that chlorophyll is soluble in alcohol, but it is not soluble in water. Is that clear to
Sir,
everyone
but
or
why?
not?
Yes, sir.
Because of its property, it has got such a property that it gets dissolved when
Okay, sir.
it must be reacting with it. That's why. So that is the thing. So we have discussed about the heterotrophic plants. In the next class, we would be talking about different type of heterotrophic plant. We have done a discussion about autotrophic plants. Okay, now. So you have different type of heterotrophic plants. You have an insectivorous plant. Uh, you have this plant, pitcher plant is there.
Sir,
This
pitcher
is
plant is also an insectivorous plant.
that is also an
And sir,
insectivorous
also
plant,
saprotroph.
not a saprotroph. It isn't a saprotroph.
Sir, how?
Saprotrophs are basically fungi. Fungi are saprotrophic in nature. They are
Sir,
parasitic
isn't it
also.
a heterotroph?
Yeah, exactly. It's a heterotroph. Under the heterotroph, now once we discuss this topic, under the heterotroph, you would be having insectivorous plants, you would be having parasitic plants, you would be having saprophytic plants. All of them are under this category. So heterotrophic plants also have got under this. You have also subtypes of heterotrophic plants. So that is left to be discussed in the next class. If you guys have any other questions, please do let me know. Yeah, Suleiman, Hassan, Aman, and Fatima.
No, sir, I do not have any questions regarding.
Good.
No, sure, I also don't have.
Good. Okay, then
Sir, I
Allah.
also don't have any questions.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
sir.
good.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, then Allah Hafiz to everyone.
Yes.